friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. One of the best to ever do it. Karl the Cobra Froch. He comes in 6'1" tall with a 75.2-inch reach. And the man he'll be facing, it's the incomparable Roy Jones. Karl the Cobra Froch, one of the greatest super middleweight champions of all time, fighting out of Nottingham, United Kingdom. Roy.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, introducing from Nottingham, England, a super middleweight champion of the world, Karl the Cobra Froch. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event.
It's really tough, so I don't even know who I know I'm fighting against.
And that's the opening bell, round 1.
Oh, I'm doing. Okay, good.
So much firepower here. He blocks that jab. It is a sunny and hot day, and no, we're not inside. No air conditioning or air con, as they say in the UK.
Well, Todd, let me explain to you. You're outside. Nobody can turn the temperature down. Nobody can turn the sun down. When that sun's beating on you, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're getting hit, when you're getting hurt, there's no cool fan that's dropping in there. This is where it's real fighting. It's fighter on fight.
Only catching air with that hook. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punching. Nobody home with that hook. Throws the jab, but does not score. Incredible work rate. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be...
What do we expect to see here in round 2? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter told us yesterday, I don't get paid by the minute. I'm going to go in there and try and knock my opponent out as soon as possible.
With sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm because this is how they train. This is how they prepare for fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
Good counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. They exchange punches. you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Despite what the puller right there, Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Talk about watching that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. On to the third. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. Just missed with that jab. Nice counter. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain or the ball. The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight, it's the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Punch, counter punch. Couldn't land that jab. That counter punch, very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about watching that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
You know what? I've been in fights like that.
Here we go to the fourth round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good one. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Well done with that counter shot. That jab misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Those counter punches have to hurt. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Froch in that last round? Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
On to the fifth we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
There's a counter shot. How about that time counter shot? Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
His stamina is off the charts. He misses with that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Both men step back for just a moment. Nice counter shot. Good job defending the jab. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Every time he throws a punch, you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Froch in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get back out there and win the round.
Let's start the sixth. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. An amazing knockout finish here. That was something special. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it. So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.